right now, the Pacific stage at Summer Sonic Tokyo is still buzzing. SB19 just wrapped their set at Zozo Marine Stadium and Makuhari Mess, closing out a weekend that started a day earlier and 200 kilometers away in Osaka. This is the festival's 25th anniversary, 3 days, 2 cities, one of the biggest tickets in Japanese music. And today, SB19 didn't just get a spot on the bill. They shared the Pacific stage lineup with MAZZEL, Generations, and Japanese star Kento Nakajima, standing shoulder to shoulder with acts that Japanese festivalgoers have followed for years. Let's get into exactly what happened. SB19 opened with Damn. It's the same choice they made walking onto the Allianz stage at Lollapalooza 2 weeks ago, and it's not an accident. Damn hit #1 on Billboard's now discontinued World Digital Song Sales chart back in March 2025 and later reached #4 on the Billboard Philippines Hot 100. It's loud, aggressive, unapologetic, a song about refusing to be underestimated. For a festival crowd that's never heard of SB19 before, Damn answers the only question that matters in the first 30 seconds. Are these guys serious performers or a novelty act? The song settles that immediately. Gento followed, the same way it did in Osaka and in Chicago. If Damn is the statement, Gento is the song that actually made SB19 international property. Aten have joked that Gento has been on its own world tour. At this point, it's the one non-Filipino festival crowds are most likely to already know, thanks to years of fan-made covers, dance challenges, and word-of-mouth spreading far outside the Philippines. It's also their most choreography-forward number, built for exactly this kind of wide outdoor stage, where movement reads better than lyrics to an audience that doesn't speak Tagalog. Somewhere in the set was Lawless, the song that's been following SB19 across 3 continents in the space of 2 weeks. It premiered live for the first time at Lollapalooza on July 30th, the same day it was written into the setlist, and dropped officially the next day. 2 weeks later, on August 13th, it made its Japanese television debut when SB19 performed it on Nippon TV's DayDay. Now it's been performed on Japanese soil twice, first on a TV set, then on an actual festival stage. That's the through line worth noting. Lawless didn't arrive in Japan through a screen and stay there. This week, Lawless also logged its first entry on the Billboard Philippines charts, landing at number 32 on the Hot 100 and number 12 on Top Philippine Songs, on the chart dated August 15th today. It's also driving a TikTok dance trend that's pulled in collaborators like Mark Tuan and Ilona Garcia. None of that makes it viral in any confirmed global sense yet, but it does make it the fastest moving piece of new SB19 material in years. Then there's Emoji, the SB19 x Jolin Tsai collaboration. Jolin Tsai is one of the biggest names in Mandipop, often called the Queen of C-pop, with past collaborations alongside Steve Aoki and Alesso. She and SB19 crossed paths at the Hito Music Awards in Taipei back in June 2025, where she closed the show right after SB19 performed. That meeting became the seed for Emoji, released this March as part of SB19's album, Wackus at Simula. Tsai later described working with the group as feeling like a blind date, and singled out member Ken for the constant stream of encouragement during the recording process. There's no confirmed Japan-specific tie to the song itself, but performing a track built with one of Asia's most recognized pop stars on a Japanese festival stage still does real work. It signals that SB19 is already plugged into a wider Asian pop network, not arriving in Japan cold. As for the atmosphere, the Pacific stage is one of Summer Sonic's mid-sized stages, built to hold somewhere between 8,000 and 15,000 people. Festival CEO Naoki Shimizu specifically requested SB19 for that stage after watching their sold-out Philippine arena shows last year. What's been consistent at every recent SB19 stop, from Lollapalooza's sea of Filipino flags to Osaka the night before, is Aten showing up in force even in venues where the rest of the crowd has never heard the group's name. Whether that same pattern held at Tokyo's Pacific stage specifically hasn't been independently confirmed at the time of writing, so we won't guess at numbers, but the setup, and SB19's track record on stages like this, points the same direction. Here's why Summer Sonic actually matters, beyond the size of the crowd. Japan is one of the most difficult music markets in the world to break into precisely because it doesn't rely on streaming numbers the way most countries do. It runs on physical sales, television exposure, and festival credibility. Summer Sonic isn't just a Filipino diaspora event. It's a stage shared this year with The Strokes, Larkin Seal, Adu, and Blackpink's Jennie. Performing here puts SB19 in front of Japanese and international listeners who were never going to find them through an algorithm. That's a different kind of exposure than a sold-out Manila arena, and it's the reason this booking matters more than the size of any single crowd photo. Before Summer Sonic, SB19 had already made their Japanese TV debut, performing Lawless live on DayDay on August 13th. That appearance gave Japanese viewers their first real introduction to the group before this festival weekend even began. Screen first, stage second, and today, stage twice. Next up in Japan, the I Was There Thanksgiving Fan Meet, August 18th at KT Zepp Yokohama. Tickets moved through a 2-round advance lottery in June and July before general sale opened on July 18th. It's a different kind of event entirely. No festival crowd, no shared bill, just a room built around direct interaction with Aten. If Summer Sonic was about reaching people who'd never heard of SB19, Yokohama is about the fans who already know every lyric. This Japan run didn't come out of nowhere. On July 28th, SB19 appeared at the Grammy Museum's Global Spin Live in Los Angeles. 2 days later came Lollapalooza, where they became the first Filipino act on the festival's main lineup. In between, member Josh threw the ceremonial first pitch at a Chicago White Sox game. Then came 2 sold-out nights of their own. I Was There Fan Meet at Grayton Resort and Casino in California, August 8th and 9th. And earlier this summer, back in Manila, all 5 members joined choreographer Rihata for Stella Dance Jam, a performance marking 70 years of Philippines-Japan diplomatic ties. The same Rihata who choreographed Emoji in the first place. That thread was already running toward Japan before SB19 ever booked a flight there. Meanwhile, Aten's own campaign is still live. SB19 fought past Zara Larsson's fanbase in the Billboard Fan Army Face-Off quarterfinals, and they're now one of just 4 fan armies left in the semifinals, alongside Benson Boone, Bruno Mars, and Harry Styles. Voting runs through August 17th. A win would give Aten a 4th consecutive title, breaking their current tie with Tierra's Queens for the most wins in the competition's history. What's confirmed next? SB19 heads back to the United States in October for the Pop World Festival at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas. Beyond that, nothing else has been officially locked in, so we'll leave it there rather than speculate. From a TV screen in Tokyo to 2 festival stages in one weekend, from Grant Park to Yokohama, SB19's last 3 weeks have covered more ground than most artists manage in a year. Out of everything, the Grammy Museum, Lollapalooza, DayDay, and now Summer Sonic, which one do you think actually moved the needle most for SB19 outside the Philippines? Drop your answer below. This is Stage Wire. Subscribe for the next update the moment SB19's Japan run continues.